Shot in Concordia, Argentina, this next video was uploaded to YouTube in October 2019 by Jessica Banasola. In the video description, Jessica explains that she was returning home from a day at a nearby lake and noticed that a storm was approaching. She decided to film it in the chance of catching some spectacular shots of lightning to view in slow motion. Although unintentional, it seems that Jessica captured something pretty interesting. At first it looks like it could either be something on the windshield or lens, but when slowed down, it really looks like something drops out of the cloud from where the lightning was coming from. Some people say that it sort of looks like it moved into another nearby cloud. Zoomed in and slowed down, we get an even better view of the UFO, and it seems clear that it really was in a cloud and does appear to move into another cloud. But what do you think it could be? Strangely, something similar took place during another storm just weeks earlier in San Antonio, Texas. Again, something fell through the sky as lightning strikes. It's unknown what either of the objects were, and one detail that makes the mystery even more peculiar is that there doesn't seem to be any reports of anything impacting the ground in either location. What do you think fell from the sky? Could both cases be nothing more than a drone, or something much more natural? Or was it something extraterrestrial amongst the clouds? This iPhone live photo was taken in Colorado's Rocky Mountains and was posted on Reddit in 2016. It shows the Reddit user's dad looking at his phone in a woodland setting. His girlfriend zoomed in and took the 3-second iPhone live photo, which explains the poor quality. Looking back over the images later that evening, they noticed the eerie figure of a person crouching and watching him from the grass. They all swore that nobody was around at the time she took the picture, but it's fair enough to believe that they could have been mistaken. Looking closer at a slowed down and stabilized version of the 3-second clip, it appears as if the figure crouching in the grass is in fact moving at a pace that suggests it was walking towards the dad. The grass is at knee height in that area, which makes this case a little more perplexing. After discovering the spooky anomaly, the Reddit user's father went back to the location where the image was taken to snap another picture to show the length of the grass. Some skeptics have suggested that the figure could in fact just be a dog walking towards the man, but others claim the figure clearly has a humanoid form, since its shoulder line and hairline are clearly visible. What do you think this image shows? Is it a dog, a camera glitch, or some kind of small humanoid? Taken from a live broadcast from Vatican City on April 13th, 2020, this next clip seems to show the Pope vanishing into thin air. In the 9-second clip, Pope Francis finishes addressing people from his balcony and is then seen turning round to walk back inside, but disappears within a second. Shortly after it aired, the strange clip was shared all over social media and immediately left some people feeling unsettled. Some then suggested that the Vatican could have been using a hologram. Theories as to why the Vatican might be using a hologram suggested it could either be to cover for sickness, or that it could have been a security measure in order to prevent an assassination. Strong arguments against this said that if there was a threat, the speech would simply not go ahead, since if an attempt was made, it would likely reveal the holographic technology was in use. One skeptical explanation suggested that there could have been a break in the live transmission, but this was dismissed by others taking part in the discussion, who said they didn't think that could be the case because there didn't appear to be any other visual jumps. With the advancements in holographic technology we have seen in recent history, for example the Tupac performance in 2012, is it so hard to believe that today's level of technology could be so convincing? And if so, could such security measures be taken with it? If this was the case, we would also hope the technology is never misused, but we can only assume that one day it will be. What do you think? Was there a technical glitch causing a minor break in the live coverage? Or do the Vatican and other high-profile political and religious figures have access to sophisticated holographic technology? This next video captures a creepy encounter a security guard had while working a late-night shift. The routine shift soon becomes far less ordinary when he notices something on the security camera. Take a look at what happened as he explains the situation while it was unfolding.
Hola, me filmo para dar constancia de esto porque está pasando algo muy loco, muy loco. Yo hace años que trabajo de noche, nunca vi algo como esto. Estoy todos los días sentado ahí, 12 horas. Esto es muy loco. Mira, no se ve nada. No se ve nada. Lo que yo veo ahora, la puta madre, es algo muy fuerte, nunca pasó. Estoy asustado, pero posta. ¿La ven? ¿Llegan a ver? Hay una mujer en la puerta del edificio. Una mujer al lado del portero eléctrico. Esto hay... ¿Lo ven? Acerquemos. Hay una mujer al lado del portero eléctrico.
Although faint, the form of a woman standing at the entrance is quite visible. Characteristics such as her hairline, shoulders, and wrists are what seemingly stands out. Or is this just pareidolia? What are your first thoughts? To begin with, I wondered if it was just a reflection from somewhere. But if that was the case, why would it only be visible on the camera? And also, if it was just a reflection, why would it only be reflected this one time?
Esa imagen nunca apareció, nunca. Estoy todos los días cada 12 horas. Eso nunca apareció en la vida. Ni temprano, apareció recién y no se mueve. Ahora, vamos a ver. No hay nada, ven ahí, no hay nada. No hay nada. Pero cuando yo veo las cámaras, me aparece la mujer por las cámaras. ¿La ven? Una locura. La primera vez en la vida que me aparece esa mujer.
This video was shot back in 2016 by drone operators Sam Chortek and James Chappie in Beaver, Utah, USA, which is roughly 200 miles away from the famous Area 51. They had originally planned to just film some footage of the rolling hills that surrounded the area, but when they got back to watch their footage, this is what they discovered. In case you missed it, here it is again in slow motion and scaled up slightly. What makes this video more intriguing is the fact that it was shot using a drone, meaning the camera movement was stable. Even more importantly, it was shot in full HD at 60 frames per second. This made it possible to zoom into the footage and look closer at the object. Also, with the fairly high frame rate of 60 frames per second, it meant that although the object is only visible for about a second, there are 60 frames of the object to look at. Estimations of the speed, based on fixed points on the terrain, pulled quotes as high as 12,000 miles per hour. With ridiculous speeds like this, a skeptical mind would call the video a CGI hoax, but experts have been handed the raw footage and have seen no signs of manipulation. To see the raw footage for yourself, visit Brian Hanley's YouTube channel. This next clip was shot from the window of a commercial flight by a passenger named Kerry Florides. The intriguing video was then posted to his company's Facebook page back in 2018. The video takes place over the Aegean Sea in Turkey and shows a bizarre object billowing a dark smoke while flying at some distance alongside the aeroplane. It seems to be performing controlled maneuvers that indicate thought and control, but a discussion that took place on Reddit suggests that the movements of the object could be exaggerated by the movement of the passenger plane changing direction. The object and its smoke appears to gradually fade away. Possible explanations have included malfunctioning military drones and even test missiles. Interestingly, another similar UFO was captured on video in late 2020 and posted on Reddit by a user named Inked Yeti. Also seen from a plane window, it was shot somewhere between Washington and California. Unfortunately, this time it seems to be much further away, but it does have the characteristics of the one previously shot over the Aegean Sea in 2018. In the Reddit discussion, a few other users said they too had seen similar things from plane windows, with one user getting a closer look and describing a featureless rocket billowing cartoon-like black smoke. What do you think they were? Is there some kind of a connection between all these cases? Originally posted to Deep Bush Survival's YouTube channel in late 2015, this next shocking video comes from a hunter who at the time was based in northern Saskatchewan, Canada. In the original post, the hunter says he spotted a large black wolf from the window of his lodge. Armed with a shotgun, his camera phone, and with his dog as a companion, he decided to follow it to get some pictures. What happened next sent hearts racing. The short clip starts with the man's dog barking at something crouching in the grass. All of a sudden, the wolf leaps out, revealing how enormous it really actually is, making its advances towards the dog, which is clearly intimidated by its massive size. In what looks like a hunting tactic by the wolf, it makes its way back into the woods, as if in retreat, which draws the hunter's dog deeper in, and then it attacks off camera, and we hear the dog yelping and the hunter yelling as the video ends. Fortunately, it was also revealed by the hunter that the dog only received minor injuries around the back of its neck. After he stopped filming, he shot his gun into the air, which scared the wolf away. He shot a few more rounds into the air again to try and scare it off permanently, but apparently it was seen on 2 more occasions, before finally disappearing into the Canadian wilderness. The fact that the wolf looks like it's well over twice the size of the hunter's dog is what really shocked many who saw the video and led to some people speculating if it was possibly a direwolf, which is a species that was thought to have gone extinct 9,000 years ago. While it's not uncommon for animals to show up again after we thought they had died out long ago, the likelihood direwolves have managed to stay undetected for this long seems extremely unlikely. The wolf was most likely a species of black wolf, which are said to be able to grow up to 6.5 feet and are historically found in areas around the banks of the Mackenzie River, Saskatchewan River, and southern Canada. In 2008, a YouTuber named Junked Up Kitten and his friends gained supervised access to an abandoned county jail. Their idea was to film a parody of the TV show Ghost Hunters. Ironically, when he was reviewing the footage later on that evening, he noticed that he actually managed to capture something unexpected on camera. As he describes the decaying interior around him, we see something in the background. Peering through one of the holding cell door windows appears to be the ghostly face of a man watching him. Skeptical arguments would likely suggest that this was either one of his friends, or the face could simply be the impression left on the glass after someone pressed their face against it, both of which are reasonable explanations. Apparently though, all the cell doors were locked shut. If this is true, what do you think he captured? Before coming to your conclusion, it's also worth considering the fact that his channel contains mostly animal videos, and no other mentions of anything to do with the paranormal, which seems to make it unlikely he would be doing this for publicity. This video shows a TikTok user relaxing at home with her 3 dogs until she notices one of them is distracted by a dark figure. Take a look at what happens.
The dogs are ready for bed. It's just a peaceful night here. Get ready to go to bed myself. What the f*** is that? What? Oh God! Fuck!
When we first saw the video, we thought we saw the shape of a human form standing in the doorframe. But when it moves, it's hard to actually figure out what the shape really was. As can be expected, the video has left people who have seen it debating its authenticity. One Reddit user described the dog standing closest to the gate as showing no defensive or hostile behaviours as their reason for calling the video a hoax. Someone else who saw the video, who also had a similar experience in the past, had this to say: "To me, this entity moves the right way, the same as the one I saw. The woman's reaction is clearly authentic, because it was an unrehearsed, automatic, chilling response." What do you think? Does this video show a paranormal entity? Could it have just been an intruder? Or is this video just another hoax?